Hi everybody. How are you all doing? Good? That's great. Are you all keeping yourself hydrated? Washing your hands regularly? Yes? That's very good. Did you all get your friends this time? Yes, good job. Okay, so for all those who are attending our class for the first time, welcome to your science class. And my name is Karishma. I'll be taking your science class. Uh, you know why I insist on bringing your friends along? Because since the schools aren't open, why don't we enjoy with our friends in the virtual class? Yes, and that's what exactly we are going to do. We are going to learn and enjoy at the same time. So let's get started. So today what we are going to learn is groundwater and how is our water filtered in the ground and how do we get that pure water. So are you excited to know about it? Yes, that's so good. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you all a video. Let's see if you'll understand it. I'm going to definitely explain it. So let's get started with the video and let's go ahead. Yes, so everyone's ready? Yes, okay, let's get started. Ready, everybody? Okay, good job. Now, let me tell you all. Okay, let's start the video and let me explain. The Earth is roughly around 70% of water. That is, I'm talking only about the surface. Okay. However, only 3% of this water is fresh water. Okay, so out of the 70% out of the entire surface of the earth, 70% is made up of water, out of which only 3% of the water is fresh water. Okay, you're going to find some of the water in the rivers, lakes, but almost 30% of the fresh water is groundwater. Okay, so besides rivers and lakes, the 30% of water that we get is the groundwater. Okay, but some of you will ask me, ma'am, what is groundwater? So let me tell you, groundwater is the water that finds its ways between the gaps. Can you see the water is coming from between the gaps? That's exactly how how water seeps into the ground. So groundwater is the water that finds its ways between the gaps of the rocks and the sediments underground. Okay, as the water seeps into the ground, it may find its way into an aquifer. Now, what's an aquifer? Do you know what's an aquifer? Aquifer is a okay. It may sound a little difficult term. It's not aquifer. It's aquifer. Okay. Now, what is aquifer? Aquifer are large underground rock layers. Okay, they are large underground rock layers saturated with groundwater. Now, an aquifer is not an underground river like it seems like. Can you all see this? It is not an underground river, but a large porous layer of rock. To make it simple, they are layers of rock or soil that can take in and hold water. Okay, they may seem like rivers, but they aren't rivers. Clear, everyone? So, what are aquifers? Aquifers are underground rock layers saturated with groundwater. Saturated means full of groundwater. It does not have any more place to hold the groundwater. Okay, now let me give you all an example so you all will understand properly. For example, the Floridian aquifer covers the entire state of Florida and is over 100,000 square miles. Yes. So you all know Florida is a place, right? So the Floridian aquifer covers the entire state of Florida and is over 100,000 square miles. Now that is huge. Okay. Now think of an aquifer like a huge underground sponge that soaks up water. So what we are going to think about it as a sponge that's going to soak up water. Now, when we think of that, um, like a huge underground sponge that soaks up the water that falls on the surface of the earth, what will happen if you grab the shovel? Okay, so it's going to keep on. Now, have you ever put water on a sponge? Okay, if you keep pouring water on the sponge, it will keep absorbing it, okay, till a certain limit. After that, it won't absorb and the water will start flowing out. Why? Because it has some limit. Okay, so you cannot go beyond that limit. So it's like a huge sponge that keeps on absorbing water till it is saturated. Saturated means point after which it cannot take any more water. Okay, Now, let's think of it as another way. If you grab a shovel and started digging straight down, you may strike the water. The, the first water you strike is called the water table. Can you see it? The first layer that you strike is the water table. Okay, below the water table, the mark may completely below the water table, the mark may be completely soaked. Can you see the mark? The line, the dotted line? That will be completely soaked. This is called the saturated zone. Saturated zone means below this it is completely full. No more water can go below that layer. So that is the saturated zone. Clear, everybody? Okay. The rocks and the minerals above the saturated zone may be dry. Okay, so below the water table, it is a saturated zone. That means no more water can go in. And the rocks and the minerals above the saturated zone may be dry, and that's why it's called the unsaturated zone. So how does this water end up in ground? When it rains, some of the water moves down into the ground. So what happens when it rains? Some of the water will move down into the ground. So if this water moves deep enough, it can stay there for a long time, like thousands of years. So if it goes down, it's not only going to stay there for a few days, but thousands of years. However, not all groundwater stays underground. Much of the surface water comes from groundwater and aquifers. Okay, if the ground dips below the water table, the groundwater may flow to the surface and create a body of the surface water like a lake. So if your saturated zone and aquifers get filled, what's going to happen? The water is going to come up, right? Ultimately, so when the water comes up, it may form a pond, a lake, something of that sort. Okay, any water body. Okay, depending on how much excessive water we have. Okay. Now the groundwater can also flow out of the water and create a stream. This is called a spring. Can you see it? So it can create a stream which is called a spring. Very good. However, some water is so deep that it is difficult to get to these bodies of groundwater and is called confined groundwater. Okay, are we clear? Very good. Humans depend on groundwater for drinking and for growing crops. This groundwater can be reached by digging a well. Now, this groundwater can definitely reached by digging a well. But do you know what? We can dig thousands and thousands of wells throughout the world that provide drinking water and water for the crops. Now, that's news, right? So you can dig a well anywhere. It's just that you need to touch the water table. So you need to keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper till you touch the water table. Weren't these facts interesting? Yes? Good job. So, did you all understand how groundwater is, how the water seeps inside, forms the water table, and there's a water table. Below that, there's a saturated zone. What is a saturated zone? It cannot take water any further. And the minerals and the rocks above the water table come under the unsaturated zone. So, that means it can take some more water. Clear, everybody? What are aquifers? Aquifers are nothing but they act as a, what do they act as a? That's correct. A layer of rock or soil where water can be stored, or it keeps water inside it. Clear? Very good. So I think you all have understood quite a lot today. So why don't we go ahead and perform the quiz? Yes, so what we will be doing is we will be sharing a link with you in the chat section and in the comment section on YouTube. All you need to do is go ahead and start the quiz. Yes, so I'll give you 2 minutes and then we go ahead. Okay, let's go. I want to see who has understood it properly. Now, groundwater is a little tricky, but make sure that you'll understand it. Okay, and also let me tell you, why does it seep down? Why does the apple fall down? Because of gravity, right? That's the reason why water comes down as well. Okay, there is no other logical reasoning behind it. Okay, this is the only reasoning. So just remember that. Yes, everything comes downwards because of gravity. If you have any confusion, you can put it in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Yes? Also, let me know once you are done so we can move ahead. Okay, so I can see quite a few of you all are done with your quiz. Give me a thumbs up, all those who are done. Okay, that's quite a few. So I'll just give a few seconds more to all those who are still doing it, and then we go ahead. Okay. Okay, is everyone done? Can we go ahead? Yes. Oh, that's good. So let's start with our quiz. What I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen so that you all can see. Let's solve it together. Yes, just give me a second, please. Okay, let's go. Shall we start? Let's go. Okay, so the first question is, what is an aquifer? Collection of water over the surface. Now, aquifer is always below the surface. So, first option is not valid. Water in the mountains and rivers? No. An underground layer of water bearing rock. That's the correct answer because it's an underground layer of rock or soil bearing water. So, your option 3 is the correct option. Very good. It can be another option number for you, so that's okay. Just look at the answers. Which of these best describes the water table? Depth below which you can find water inside the earth, table made out of water, presence of water in atmosphere. Presence of water in atmosphere is because of evaporation, so that will be water vapor. Table made out of water, that is actually not possible. Okay, it's made out of any material but water. So it is depth below which you can find water inside the earth. Very good job. Let's move on to the next question. Water inside the ground can travel only sidewards, only downwards, only upwards, or in all directions. So, water is in liquid form, right? So, liquid, when anything is in liquid form, it can flow in all the directions. So, it can travel in all the directions. Good job. Next question. Which of these is present from underground? Water is there. Water table is formed, right? Oil is also, I'm so sorry, I missed soil. Soil, yes, rocks and layers are there between the ground and water is filtered to them and then goes to the water table. Oil is also present because we need to dig to get the oil. So it is all of the above. Good job. Okay, next one. Oh, that's the last question. Water goes inside the earth due to force of gravity, force sun energy, or force of friction. Now, force of friction, this is friction. Do you think because of friction the water will go down? No, it only causes heat. Sun's energy is again to heat something up. Okay, it cannot generate the direction of the flow or not guide you to the direction, but force of gravity. When the apple falls down, it comes down because of gravity. Similarly, water goes down because of force of gravity. Clear, everybody? Good job. So I think we're done with the first quiz. So let's move on to the next segment. How many of you are excited for the next segment? Yes? Oh, great job. So what we are going to do is we are going to be performing an experiment. It's like a DIY that we are going to do. DIY is do it yourself. So we are going to perform a DIY, and that is a water filter. We are going to make our very own water filter. Are you excited for it? Yes, I'm so happy to see you all excited for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you all through the list, and then we are going to see the experiment. Actually, we'll perform it together this time. Yes, because it's a little longer experiment, so I want you all to perform it with me. Yes? So can you all see my screen? Yes? Okay. So we're going to perform the DIY water filter. We are going to make it today, and let's go to the material list. Everyone just check what all we need for this experiment. A few things that are missing would do, but most of them should be with you. Okay, so we need sand, we need plastic bottle, 2 of them. We need some stones, clay, grounded stones, cotton, dirty water, and normal soil. Now let me tell you, out of all of these, even if you don't have some of them, it is absolutely okay. For example, if you don't have small stones or grounded stones, it's okay. If you don't have clay, it is okay. Okay, but if you have pebbles or something, would also, they can act as a substitute. Okay, so there is no problem at all. Yes. So does everyone have the material ready with them? Do all of you have the material? All the materials are there in the material list. Ready, everybody? Shall we go ahead? Okay. So let me show you a glimpse and then let's perform it together because this is a little longer activity. Yes? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so this is what we are going to perform today. This is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to make our own water filter. So we are going to have layers from which we are going to pour the dirty water and then we are going to get the clean water. Everyone's excited for it? Let's go ahead. Okay, so we are going to perform this today and we are going to pour the dirty water inside and it's going to get filtered through all these layers and we are going to get the clean water. Can you see? Can you see the dirty water that we are pouring? Yes. And it's getting filtered. Okay, now how do we start? Now let me just tell you all. So this is your material list. Let's just go through it once again. You all need one plastic bottle that can be cut into half. So the upper part needs to be reversed and inserted inside the bottom. You'll need dirty water. You'll need some stones or pebbles, grounded stones. You'll need soil, normal soil. Some other stones that are there, maybe some shells or something would also do. We need sand and we need a lot of cotton. Yes? Is everyone ready with it? Yes? Okay, let's go ahead. So let's go step by step. The first thing you need to do is take a bottle, cut it into half and insert some cotton inside it. Okay, so you need to place the top of the bottle upside down in the bottom half section. So before you place it in, make sure you have put a lot of cotton inside the first part before you invert it. After inverting it, sorry. So invert it upside down and put cotton inside it. Done? Everyone done? Everyone's done? You're with me? Okay, good job. Now what we need to do is we need to, after placing the cotton, we need to place the bottle inside the bottom half of it. Done? Everyone's with me? Make sure you've placed it properly. Yes, because we're going to fill in the other things now inside it. Done? Okay, let's go ahead. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to put some sand in it. Okay, and good amount of sand. Like the layer should be thick and should be visible properly. Done? Everybody? Keep pouring sand till you think you're done with pouring sand, and not so much that you don't have space for the other layers. Okay, so sufficient enough sand you're supposed to put. Done, everybody? Are you all with me? Yes? Good job. The next thing that we are going to put is charcoal. Now, if you don't have charcoal, it is absolutely okay. You can put clay, you can put soil, normal soil, all are going to do the same work. Okay, if you have charcoal, very good, because charcoal purifies the water. Okay, further. Okay, so we are going to put charcoal now. You all can put clay, you all can put soil. Yes, so we are putting charcoal in this. Let's go ahead. Now, again, don't put so much that you don't have place for the other layers. Are you all done with your second layer? In fact, this is the third layer. First is cotton, then is sand, then is charcoal, clay, or soil. Done? Okay, let's move on to the next layer. We are going to put some stones, grounded stones. Okay, these are gravels or pebbles. So you all can put gravels, pebbles. Normal pebbles that you'll have at home will also do. Okay, some gravels and pebbles. Again, don't fill it up so much that you don't have place for the other layers. So sufficient amount just for filtration. Now the next layer is going to be, so you can put gravels and pebbles, gravels or pebbles, we are putting both of them. Okay, next what we are going to do is we are going to put the bigger stones. Okay, so here we are, we have filled it up completely. You all can use whatever you all have to fill it up. Now what we are going to do is we are going to put some dirty water through it. Is everyone done with filling their filter? Yes, everyone's done. Okay, good job. Now how do we get dirty water? We might not have. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a bottle, pour some water in it and mix some soil in it. So it becomes dirty water. Not a lot of soil, it should not become mushy. It should remain in liquid form, but um, little dirty. One more thing, do not add color to it. Let me tell you why. If you add color to it, it's going to come out in the same manner. Why? Because colored water is not dirty water. It is just plain colored water. So if you mix some paint in it, your result won't be the same as ours, because you will get, suppose if you put green color inside it, you will get green water below. Okay, so the water is going to remain same as it is. There's going to be no filtration that's going to take place because the water has been colored. Okay, so we need some dirt particles in it to get filtered. Okay, so in this case we have soil, and soil has a lot of dirt particles in it, like stones maybe there, or maybe some other substances that are going to get filtered, and we'll get the water. If you mix color, the result is there's going to be no change. The water will come same as it is. Clear, everybody? Okay, so now you'll have your dirty water ready. Let's go ahead. So we are going to pour it up from up, and let's see, can you see the water and the soil are getting separated in the first layer itself? Let's see what comes down, what's going to be the result. So once it starts pouring, all the sediments and the larger sediments start getting separated, and it filters out all the impurities. The sand is filtering out all the impurities. Okay, the charcoal removes the contaminants and impurities by absorption. Now if you don't have charcoal, that's okay, you can use clay, it's going to do the same thing. So it's not going to allow the heavier sediments to go below that layer. So ta-da, we get clean water. Did everyone get that? If you have used dirty water, you all will definitely get plain normal water. But if you are using colored water, you will get colored water at the bottom itself. Okay, so there'll be no change in it. It's going to remain as it is. Everyone's done with the experiment with me? Yes? Okay, so tell me, did you all enjoy the experiment? Okay, we have another quiz time. So what we are going to do is we are going to share the links with you all again. Okay, so we'll be posting the link in the chat section and in the comment section on YouTube. All you need to do is go there, click on the link and get started. I'm going to give you 2 minutes again, and then we get started and discuss the quiz together. Yes, let's do that. Okay, I can see almost everybody has started the quiz. That's very good. Good job, everybody. I'll just give you a few seconds more because I think we are done with more than a minute. So I'll just give you a few seconds more and then we can discuss it. Yes? Okay. Okay, is everyone done? Give me a thumbs up, all those who are done, so that I have an idea. Okay, that's very good. Most of you are done. Good job, everybody. Okay, I'll just give you a few seconds more. I just want everyone to finish it and then we move ahead. Yes? Okay, shall we go ahead and discuss it? Yes? Okay, just give me a minute, please. Can you all see my screen? Yes? Okay, good job. Let's get started. Okay, so first question is, the above experiment demonstrates water is fluid. That is obvious, but we are not going to demonstrate. We weren't demonstrating that. Water flows, rules of gravity. No, that was not what we wanted to understand through this experiment. It is filtration of groundwater. Yes, remember the name of the experiment? DIY water filter. Yes, so filtration of groundwater. Good job, everybody. Next question. In the above experiment, filtration occurs via physical separation, thermal separation, chemical separation. Did we use any chemical substance in it? No, so it is not any chemical separation. Thermal separation, was there any heat involved in it? No, so it wasn't thermal separation. Physical separation, yes, we had pebbles, gravels, cotton, sand, charcoal. So it was physical separation. Good job, everybody. Very good. Next question. What is the cause of the downward movement of water? We had this in the previous quiz as well. Is it centrifugal force, that is speed, circular motion so that everything gets separated? Did we do that? No, we did not touch it. Was it because of friction? Any friction taking place? No. What was it because of gravity? The law of gravity says everything falls down. So it moves downwards. Very good. Okay. If the red color is added to dirty water, what will be the effect of filtered water? It will be of red color. It will be same as before. It will be light red color. Remember what I told you? If you add color to your water, there's going to be no change in the result. So it's going to be same as before. Very good if you all have done this. That means you all have understood and heard me carefully. Very good. In which one of the following settings filtration will occur fast? 14 layers, 10 layers, 2 layers. The lesser the layers, the quicker the filtration. But the more the layers, the slower the filtration and the purer the water. But what do we want in this case? Only the filtration should take place fast. So we need lesser layers. That is 2-layer filter. Good job, everybody. I think it was pretty easy, and I think most of y'all would have got all of these right. Yes? Okay, that's very good. Okay, so I have one more activity for y'all. Are y'all ready for it? Yes? Okay, that's really good. So what I'm gonna do is I am just going to show it to y'all. So it's our drawing time. So let me just show it to y'all so y'all can draw it. So what y'all need is an A4 size paper. Okay, pen, pencil, sketch pen, eraser, whatever you want to draw with. Eraser just for corrections. So on an A4 size sheet, what you need to do is write your name, date, grade, and the name of your school, along with the experiment's name. That is what we made today. We made a water filter. So you'll need to write water filter. Okay, and till you'll do this, I'm going to wait and then we'll go ahead and draw this. Yes? And there is no particular order of putting all these things in. You all can put it in any order. So that's what we've done. We put it in a different order, but in the drawing we have it in a very different order. No worries at all. When you'll do it again at home, since it's a DIY, you all can do it again and have a lot of fun and check with different things. So when you'll do it again, you all can put it in any order. No, there's no specific order for this. Okay? Okay. So are you done with all your details? Yes. So now you'll need to draw a rectangular box. Okay. And you'll need a beaker. In the drawing, we've taken a beaker or an inverted plastic bottle would, or a plastic bottle cut into half would do. Inverted plastic bottle, inside that we have cotton, we have pebbles, we have coarse sand, and we have fine sand. Okay, in this, so all you need to do is make all of this beautifully. You all can color it and you all can just send it across, and do not forget to send it across. Like, submit your entries. You know why? You'll have, firstly, you'll have 2 days to submit your entries, so it's okay even if you don't do it immediately after class. But if you all forget it, I would suggest you'll send it across immediately after the class. Another reason why you all should submit it, because of your certificate. So if you want your certificate, you'll need to attend all 4 classes and submit your entries for all 4 classes. So make sure you're going to submit your entries in time, and I am going to personally check them and go through them, and top 10 entries are going to be featured on our site. So I'm pretty sure you all want to get featured on our site, right? So don't forget to submit your entries. Also, to get your certificate, you'll have to attend all 4 classes and submit all 4 entries. So I'm pretty sure you're going to do that. Yes? Okay, good job. So are you done with the drawing? Yes, show me. I want to see all your beautiful drawings. Just give me a second. Okay, yes, please go ahead. Show me. I want to see all your drawings. Okay, I am very impressed. You have done it very well. It's better than the drawing that we have. That's very good, guys. Good job. Very good. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you learned a lot and I hope you'll remember it as well. So until next time, I'll see you, and don't forget to invite your friends. Okay, I'll see you in the next class. Bye.